Joining us now is Wes Finley of the band Revolution, and you're a celebrity. You play in front of hundreds of thousands of people throughout the year, and now here you are playing against some of the best disc golfers in the world. How does that stack up?
I'm probably more nervous now than I am when I play for thousands of people. Just because the way I put it is when you are playing in front of so many people, it's just to see heads. It could be anybody, and then when you're here and it gets really quiet and it's your turn to drive and you got the pros watching what you do and see what you're capable of, the pressure's a lot higher, in my opinion.
And speaking of what you're capable of, how long have you been in the game and how were you introduced to it?
I was introduced to it by friends. We had a course growing up pretty close by. It was just something everybody did, so I just joined it out of straight peer pressure. But I've been in the game for, I want to say seriously, maybe like 6-7 years at least. I was definitely introduced to the game a long time before that, but then I went away to college and you kind of forget about some of your hobbies, but then you come back to them. So that's what kind of worked out for me.
A lot of people that play disc golf say, man, I would love a job where I'm traveling around the country and then when I get to my destination, I'll play the local courses. Mm-hmm. Is that a mindset that you have?
Yeah, disc golf is my favorite hobby to do while I'm touring the United States. I've played over 30 states, I want to say, definitely over 120 courses. So I've been checking them off. It's one of my favorite things to do is just seek out the local one and figure out a way to get there, see if I have enough time after sound check, and yeah, it's my favorite hobby.
And when you're seeking out a course, are you looking for the attributes of the course? Are you looking for how highly it's rated, how many holes
Mm-hmm.
it is, if it's got water? Like, what are some of the features that you're looking for when you want to go out and play a round of disc golf?
Yeah, I'm looking at least for 3.5 out of 5 stars, or discs, depending on the rating system. But just usually it's what's closest, but I also want it to be a challenging course for me, not just a pitch and putt. I want to be able to drive if I can and stuff. So I'll try to find a good 18-hole, moderate course that's within distance that I can get to, still have enough time to come back for sound check.
Maybe it's because I'm not musically inclined at all. I beg to ask, where is there a crossover? Where do you maybe compare or find some similarities between being a professional musician and playing disc golf? Is there any crossover there?
Yeah, just like we had mentioned before, I think it's about pressure and how you handle pressure and perform under it. And while I'm still getting used to that with disc golf, I see that crossover, especially during COVID when we didn't play shows for over a year, and I kind of lost touch with what that pressure feels like. And so I would play some disc golf tournaments that were starting up again. Like, okay, this is what that feeling is, and I think playing disc golf tournaments is a good way to prepare for being on stage in front of a lot of people. It's kind of the same ball game, so they both train me in that way.
You were, I feel like, very fortunate that I think in some of your early goings in your career, you had a little influence or at least conversation with a few world champions, some mutual friends that we have. What is that like, getting tips or pointers or even just playing with someone like Nate Doss and Valerie Jenkins?
Yeah, I love playing with Nate and Val because it's not always about trying to teach me things on every shot. We're friends first, so we're having a casual round, and then every once in a while, if they can slip something in, or if I ask them something, then knowledge will be gained in that way. But it's not. I don't feel like it's forced on me, which is nice, because that can happen too when somebody just wants to keep correcting you, and then you start losing your natural form, and it's hard to get back to that. So it's fun playing with them because it's always casual.
I believe I've seen you take disc golf and then mesh that with a little philanthropy. And you have other benefits, causes, and organizations that you support or partner with. Can you expand on that for a moment?
Yeah, I work with a local charity. They're called Key for a Cure Foundation, and they support pediatric cancer research. I had a family friend group growing up, and they lost a child to pediatric cancer, and so I felt really hard for them and what they had gone through, and they turned their whole story around and started their own foundation. They were tired of how the research was being directed, and they wanted more innovative research, and they wanted to see things progress in a different way. And so I got behind that vision, and I love supporting them in any way I can. So do that through disc golf when I can.
You're here at Funky Farms for the second year in a row. You're one of the veterans. You're one of the guys that got to return. What did you take from year one that you're bringing to year two, and are you bringing all the heat this year?
Yeah, I'm definitely glad to play here a second time. I've played this course now, and so I can kind of know what's coming up. I'm definitely a lot less nervous than I was last year, having met some of these pros and met you guys. So I'm definitely more comfortable this time around, and I'm hoping that's paying off.
All right, I just need a 20-second elevator pitch for why everybody should play and enjoy disc golf.
Disc golf is the best way to get outside and go for a walk. It's like you're walking with a purpose.
All right, everyone, that's Wes Finley. We appreciate you joining us.